Hi everybody, it's Alison Heikkila, and I am going to do something fun tonight. I'm really excited. I know I say it all the time, but it's true. I get so excited to do these lives with you guys. And tonight we're doing something kind of different. I am going to be taking one of the other design team members, Fawn. I'm casing her card. And that means copy and steal everything. There's actually a nicer way to say it. I forget what the nicer way is, but essentially it means, oh, Pammy's here, my sister's here, she's taking a break from doing her artwork. Hi, Pammy. Hi, Amber. So essentially what we're going to be doing is copying and stealing everything from Fawn's card. Amber, I'm not sure if you're able to put a picture up of Fawn's card, or Tara's here, hello, hello. Or maybe if you can't put up a photo, perhaps you can grab a link to her blog or the Doodles blog so that people can see the card that I'm copying. I actually have a sketch for myself that I can refer to, and I also, she's multitasking. My sister's multitasking as always. This way people can see what I'm doing. I sketched the card out and I have it open on another tab in my computer. Hi Marie, how are you? And I'm hoping that I don't mess up too many times. We'll see. But if you can get that picture up, that would be awesome, because I want everybody to see what it is that we're doing tonight. I just have these here as a placeholder. I can shake them around a little bit while we're waiting for some friends to show up. Is my fan too loud, everybody? It's a little warm in my craft room right now. It's a little warm up here. How's everybody doing tonight? What are you guys doing? You crafting? Multitasking like Pam? Pam's making art for something. How cute is this? We did this on a live a couple of weeks ago. Were you there for that? Using some alcohol inks and some pumpkin dyes. And this was my original sample with other alcohol inks. This both has the You Make Me Batty sparkle blend. Oh my goodness. You know what I forgot to grab? My sequins. I have to get my case. Hang on. 2 seconds. All right. I got my sequins case. I'm going to pull out Spectral right now so that we have it. Cover art. That's what I thought. I figured you were doing cover art, Pam. All right. I need a place to put my sparklies. We are using Spectral tonight. Let me get the boo out of the way. That's not going to be on the card. Look at this. This is one of my favorite blends from this release. I love the little ghosties. Sorry that keeps getting out of focus. The little bits of translucent sequins that are in there. The big moon. Thank you for putting up the link to her card. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Is Fawn here? I don't know if I saw her. I don't know if I saw her tonight yet. Hopefully she'll pop in. So, this is another card. Phoenix made this card. How cute is that? Hey, Pam, you remember this stamp from Scrapaholics? Scrapaholics was the name of my store. And we had this stamp there. I love this one. Fawn's here. Hi, Fawn. Thanks for putting the link up, if that was you. Okay, so now you can see the picture that she... of the card that she created, and I lost my marbles over that card. I thought it was perfect. You can't figure out how to show up as yourself. That's okay. You can always put an F at the end, and Amber could put an A at the end of her comments, whatever you want. It was a much used stamp, Pam. Yeah, we used it a lot. Well, it's still getting good use. Lots of lovin' in the Heikkila house. So that's my sketch. Ignore that. It's terrible. My silly little 2-second sketch. So on Fawn's card, she had a couple of ghosties. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Not these. This is the one that I used last week on my card, which I'm not going to grab right now because it's across the room. But I got a couple of these guys ready for us tonight. I have a sentiment from this set, which is, where's my little sentiment? Just hanging out with my ghoul friends, which I thought was cute. You have this too, Pam? Of course you do. Beth is watching from the car. I'm so glad you showed up. I was really bummed. I told Amber before that you weren't going to be here. She's like, what? Why? And then I have, let's see. So Fawn used some washi tape, it looks like, on her card. So I grabbed a couple, but I probably won't use washi tape. I know, Pammy. Aren't they the cute? Look at them. Pam, when I get to see you again, I haven't seen my sister Pam since Christmas, and I can't even explain. Like, that's the hardest part of this whole COVID thing, is that I haven't seen my sister. I'm not going to get into it because I'm going to start getting emotional. But anyway, I love these ghosts, and Pam, when you come home, then I can show you the other Mama Elephant sets that I have that you're going to be obsessed with. Tara's watching football. Hi, Annie. How are you? Okay, so I'm losing track. I also have some paper. This is from my mind's eye. And I was thinking that we'd use the stripe because I seriously love stripes for Halloween. I do. There's something very Burton-esque / Beetlejuice about it, and it makes me happy. Chevrons are also another favorite of mine. Yes, Beth, you and Pam definitely need to speak. I did not tell Pam anything about that, so she's not going to have any idea. We've got baddies. You guys know I love bats, but I think that we're probably going to go... Oh, band. That's right, Tara. I'm sorry. You did tell me band. Thank you. I also grabbed... Let me back up for a second. So here's the deal. The reason that I have all of this stuff, and I'm not going to use most of it, is because I want you guys to see that when I make a sample, or anybody has a card on their blog or their YouTube channel or anything like that, I know that lately a lot of people have been getting discouraged because it's like, oh, I love that. I want to make it, but I don't have that supply. I don't have that stamp. I don't have that die. I don't have that paper. It doesn't matter. You can work with what you have at home. You can either make it yourself. You can use different colors. You can use different patterns. Whatever you want to do. You can totally make these things work for you. So I don't have anything that Fawn used on her card except for the sparkle blends. But I'm going to make it work anyway. So again, I have some washi tape, which totally would work for her card. We may need to pop up a picture of her card or a link to her card a couple of times throughout the live, just so that if people join late, they'll be able to see it. Unfortunately, I don't have the card because it's Fawn's, and, you know, it would have been fun to have it, but obviously that's not possible. So if we put the link up a couple times, at least people can come on late and see it. Deborah says, I so want a list of all the items used to make the pumpkin card. Okay. Deborah, I will try to get that to you. If I don't message you tonight or tomorrow morning, shoot me a message. Just PM me, and then I'll write down the stuff that I have used for that. And yes, we will do something with black and gold. So Fawn had, for her top layer, where she cut her circle out, she used a gray cardstock, which is probably what I'm going to do tonight. But I wanted to show you this super old... Pam, do you remember this? This is from Scrapaholics too. I think this is from Karen Foster Designs. Like, this paper is literally like 12 years old. But look at these ghosts. This would be perfect for the card that I'm doing tonight. However, I think that they're just slightly too big because I would have to cut this down a lot and we'd wind up losing a lot of these faces, so you'd lose the effect. So I might just go with a plain gray, which I did pre-cut down to size. So I used vellum for my sentiment, and I did pre-stamp and cut my ghosties out of vellum. And I've got my sentiment here. And the reason I didn't cut the sentiment out is because I was thinking that I would ask you guys your opinion. I personally love the look of tearing on vellum. I think it looks super rad. It kind of makes the edge pop. So that was what I was planning on doing. But let me know. I could always die cut it, or I could just cut a straight line, whatever. But I think personally that tearing is a fun option. Now, Fawn's card has the sentiment going horizontally and mine is vertical, so it's going to look a little bit different, but we knew that ahead of time, and that's okay. But again, this is to teach you guys that you don't have to have everything on the market. Yes, it would be great. Yes, I have full set syndrome with many things like markers, but work with what you have and you can totally make it work. Obviously, you need to get the sparkle blends, but the other stuff we can kind of make it work. Pam said that paper is great, and I totally forgot about it. Ghosts on everything. Yeah, Pam, I should have some more scraps. I know I have like cut pieces like this, so I'll have to put that together for you. Okay, so that's the sentiment. Again, this is from a Stampendous set. Just hanging out with my ghoul friends. And I gotta say, that set is adorable. because these little doggies, hold on, let me get some white behind it. These little doggies are dressed up like ghosts. Aren't they so cute? I love this set. I have to use that again this year because this is a set from, I think, last year. And then, again, Fawn has black and white striped washi tape going down the side, but I wanted to show you guys that it doesn't have to be the same thing. We've got chevrons. This is actually an old basic gray paper that has a floral, polka dots, spiders. The reverse of this is just scratches. And then we have these multi-stripes too. So there's lots of options. It doesn't have to be exactly what you see on somebody's blog or on somebody's video or somebody's live like tonight. You just work with what you have and you make it happen. If you don't have any black and white paper and you really want a black and white look, take some white paper and stamp a black image on it. If you have a background stamp or something, just stamp that. If you want to do it a little differently, you can always take black cardstock and then use white embossing powder or white pigment ink on top of that and get a totally different effect. Okay, Tara, we'll see you when you get back. Don't take too long because we'll miss you. Okay, so let me get some of this stuff out of the way, and I am going to start working on our card. Also, I have this. I don't even remember what year it was when I got it. Do you guys have this? I love this little thing. It's a little create-a sticker. So what I'm going to wind up doing, because these guys are vellum, you want to use either a vellum adhesive, which I find... Hi, Marianne. How are you? I miss basic gray paper as well. I have so much of it. I hoarded it. Oh, yeah, Pam. I'll tell her. I'll be sure to tell her. Do you want them all white like this, or do you want like colored ghosts on vellum? You'll have to talk to me about it later. So vellum is tricky because you have to use adhesive that isn't going to show. And vellum adhesive, I find, doesn't really stick too well. So what I prefer to do is just put adhesive on the entire back so it doesn't really show up. So we're going to wind up popping these little ghosties through my little Xyron, and then it will work perfectly. Okay, so I'm going to move my washi tape off to the side, and I've got my acetate. Here's my card base, and then this is the gray cardstock that I figured I would use. You need the book one. Okay, Pam. Yes, you do. You do need that one because he's adorable. You have to see the other sets that I have from the same line. You're going to freak out. Like the bunnies. Oh my goodness, I can't even. Anyway, okay, so we're going to start with this. Oh, you know what I forgot to show you? So I don't have the same die that Fawn used, which I believe was Lawn Fawn. It looked like a Lawn Fawn die. So I do have this one. This is from Stampendous. This is their Build-A-Wreath die set. Let me move these guys out of the way. So the Build-A-Wreath die set comes with all of these circles. Some of them are scalloped to the outside edge, whereas Fawn's are scalloped to the inside edge, but it's going to work just fine. And then it comes with these little components here that you use to create a wreath out of dies instead of using, thanks Fawn, instead of using stamps, you just use dies, which is super cool. It's just a different look. Deborah has no ghosts. Oh no. Bats are great. I love bats. Hi Callie, how are you? Okay, so I need my gray, which I've lost. Here it is. And then we're going to just pick out which, see that guy's a little tiny, but I'm going to flip to my computer for a sec to just look at Fawn's. Her circle's pretty tiny too, so I think that we might just go with this one. I have her card on a separate page so that I can look at the sizes, because I think that this scallop one is going to be too big. I think that's too big. And I don't want to do a plain circle because I really love that scallop effect that she had, so we'll go with this guy. Hi Tara, that was fast. Okay, I'm going to close this up, move my jack-o'-lantern over a little bit. Okay, we'll worry about that later, because he's being difficult. Okay, my ghosts are flying away. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to put this guy here. I'm going to center this up. It's not going to look centered to you guys just because of the way my camera's set up, but I have it on my grid here, and I'm just making sure. That looks actually pretty good. We're going to go with that. I got some washi tape, and I'm going to tape this down. Of course, it has pink on it, so I'll wind up with pink on my card because, you know, that's going to happen. I'm checking Fawn's card again. Oh, you know what I should do? I should take a look at my sentiment to make sure it's going to fit well. What do you guys think? Do we like it like that? Let me zoom in a little bit. I see people are waving. Hold on. Thank you, Marianne. She said she loves my nail polish. I did it last week. I just did a little bit of a touch-up earlier, but it lasted pretty well. This is the Crayola colors from Sally Hansen, the ones that like the instant dry, but it's a Crayola purple. Isn't that cool? And then I have sparklies on these too. Anyway, okay, I think that this is good, and then we could have our little ghosties coming up over here, right? Okay, so I'm going to step away for 1 second because my die cut machine is behind me. Hang on 1 second. Die cutting, sticking to my cutting plates. Okay. You may wonder why I keep my machine far away. I don't really have room on my desk for it, and also it forces me to stand up often. I mean, right now when I'm doing my lives, I'm standing up, of course, but when I'm sitting here crafting, it forces me to stand up so that I don't get like pains in my legs and old lady stuff. Yeah, Beth, you didn't need to do your nails this week. That's right. Or next week. You got off easy. You don't have to do it for 2 weeks. Okay, so I have some acetate. This acetate actually, this is thick. Listen to this. That is thick acetate. This is the acetate that comes with the gel press. So, guys, I have a major obsession with using my gel press. I had a different version before, and now I have like a legit gel press. And oh my gosh, the mono prints that I have been doing, like I'm having so much fun. So much fun. If you guys have never mono printed before, I seriously recommend it because it is a frigging blast. Okay, so I'm going to stick my acetate onto here. I'm going to get my ATG gun. You didn't even get out of your jammies. Well, you know what? I don't blame you for not getting out of your jammies today. You've had a rough couple of days. You deserve a pajama day. I actually got dressed. I got dressed and I had a little bit of makeup on. Beth can attest to it because we were actually FaceTiming before. And although it probably didn't look like I had makeup on camera, but I did. Eyeliner and eyeshadow and everything. It was amazing. Okay. So, we've got acetate on here. I'm going to flip to my other card. Not my other card. Fawn's card, just to take a look at it. So, Fawn has stitching around the edging of her card because of the dies she used. I'm going to assume, again, that it's Lawn Fawn. I know that she loves using those stitched dies. So, what I was thinking that we would do instead... I do stand for my lives because my camera is, I don't know, 1.5 feet above my desk. And I want to make sure that I'm in frame because if I watch the screen on my computer, it's about 20 seconds or so behind. So if I'm sitting, I can't see the comments and I can't see real time. So I stand while I do my lives and then I watch comments on my laptop so that I can catch up with whatever I missed. Sometimes it works. Yeah, Fawn, I need to get more of those dies because I love the stitching. And the dies that I have only stitch on the outside, so it would take the outer edge off, and that would be where the stitching would be. Oh, well, I don't mind standing. I don't mind. It's okay. I mean, it hurts my feet after a while, but it's all good. So anyway, so Fawn has stitching around her card base and around her mat here. I don't have that, so, oh, look at that. Amber changed to herself. Very nice. I'm going to take a sip of water, guys. Hang on 1 sec. Okay. Excuse me. So since I don't have those dies, I figured, again, the point of tonight is to show you how you can take somebody else's card and make it your own and use what you have. So I'm going to take this Pit pen. I love these Pit pens. They're fantastic. I use them all the time, especially the brush tip, because when I die cut my images, I like to have a nice black edge to it so that the white doesn't show and it hides a lot of mistakes. So I use the brush tip to clean up those edges very often. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this medium size and I'm going to just put some faux stitches. Just like this. And they don't need to be perfect. This is going to be just a kooky little ghosty card. And I'm going to just draw my stitches all the way around. Like this. But I'm going to try and do it fast because this is definitely not an exciting part of the process. But I want you guys to see that you can make it look like it's stitched. So I tell you what, as much as I love sewing, if I take out my sewing machine or a needle and thread, you better believe I'm making clothes or like home dec or my heat packs or something like that, because I am not stitching on my paper crafts. It's just not something I'm going to do. It takes too long for me to get my sewing machine out, and I have too much fabric to play with. So there we go. So now we have faux stitching. Yes, this is Faber-Castell. This is a Pitt pen. This is the medium size, and this is the brush tip that I often use when I am cleaning up the edges of my not die cut. Well, sometimes they're die cut, but the things that I fussy cut. Works really well, especially when I'm using my watercolor markers. It doesn't make anything bleed. Okay, so we have that. So did we come up with an answer here? Are we ripping this? Let me know in the comments below. I personally think that I should just tear this out because I love this effect of the ripped edge. Beth doesn't know how to sew. That's okay. You know how to do other things. That's all right. What was I going to say? And then we need to decide what I'm going to do as far as paper goes. So let me... Fawn says rip. Pam says rip. All right, we're going to rip. Yeah, these are more affordable than Memento pens. And the other thing is, if you're using watercolor markers, you can't use a watercolor pen with it because you can make your stuff bleed. Everybody says tear it. We're going to rip it good, like Devo said, right? I know it's whip it, but we're going to pretend. So I was actually thinking of using this pad from my Mind's Eye and using the stripes. But I have tons of options here. So let me know which one you guys think I should do. The polka dots, the chevrons, the floral. And meanwhile, I am not using the mustache. Absolutely not. I will not get onto that trend, which I don't even think is a trend anymore. I think that fad is over, and I'm super happy about it because I never liked it. Just not my thing. So there will be no mustaches on this card. Yeah, Pam, this is the second time that Devo has come up this week. How great is that? Spiders. We could try the spiders. I don't know if they're going to be too big for the area, but we'll try it. We'll try it. I'm going to tear this down a little bit more. So the trick here is that you want to pull a piece away from the part that you want to keep. Another one for spiders. I do love you. Are you kidding? Who else said mustache? No, no. I'm not doing it. I'm so sorry. I love you. I do other things for you. That's not going to be one of them. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I can't get on board with the poop emojis either. Those are just... I don't know. I can't get on board with things about poop. Ask my sister. Pam is here. She'll tell you that I just don't find poop funny. Okay, so the other thing I want to do is I believe, Fawn, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but we're going to do it anyway. I think that Fawn inked the edges of her card. A blade card. Ooh, that would be fun. Why do I have mustache paper? Because it's in the pad. I can't help it. It comes with the pad. There's nothing I can do about it. I certainly wasn't going to forgo this entire fabulous pad just because of one crummy paper. And the back is super cool. So it's all good. Yeah, no poop for me. I don't like toilet humor. Thank you. All right, so I have some pumice stone distress ink here. Thank you, Fawn, for clarifying. I appreciate it. And I'm going to just add a little bit of shading. Nothing crazy. I have black soot with me, but I don't really want to go that heavy. I don't want it to be super harsh. I just want it to be subtle. We're going for a creepy cute Halloween card, which truthfully is not really my jam. I do them. I prefer like creepy, what the hell is that kind of Halloween cards. If you are a new follower, you'll see what I mean next month. If you followed me for a couple of years, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Fawn said, I use the same paper for both of the top layers, so I added some shedding to make that top layer show up better. Oh, shading. Yes. Awesome. Okay, good. Good. Oh, I see. For your backer. Oh, that's right. I didn't pull anything for the backer. We could always use the same gray, or I can use a pattern. We'll see. That was a good call. Thank you for reminding me that I did not grab anything for that. Okay, yeah, Marianne says, look at those brushes. These are my rabbit hole brushes. You can see by the tiny rabbit there. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Nice to see you. So we're just shading with pumice stone, just to give it a little bit of an aged look. How's that? You guys see the shading there? I'll hold it up a little bit better in a second. I just have to finish the top. There we go. And this has a nice texture to it, this cardstock. So it's subtle. I'll be sure to take photos, and what I'd like to do is actually try to take a picture, take Fawn's picture and take a picture of mine, and then compare them. Not that, obviously, you know, we're saying who's a winner here. We're just, this is what Fawn did, this is how I cased it, and there you go. Ooh, and guess what, guys? If you like this, I thought of this right before I went live, and I talked to Amber about it. If you like this, I would love to case one of you. So I need you guys to, once you get your Sparkle Blends, I need you to really upload your pictures to the Sparkle Blends fan club, or put them on Instagram or whatever. And then I will pick somebody to case. And then I'll send you my card after I'm done casing you. What do you think? Do we like this idea? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so I've got this. I've got this. Fawn has stitching around the edges here, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to take too long, you know, drawing the stitching, but you guys get the idea. I think that what I might do instead of the stitching is add some pumice stone to the card base. I think that that'll work. Marie said that's a fun idea. Anybody else? Yes, and we do have the we have a contest going right now in the Sparkle Blends fan club, where you can enter your Spooky Skyline card. It's not necessarily one of those that I'm gonna pick, but if you enter your Spooky Skyline card, there are some prizes. Amber will be sure to put info about that. I am not using the mustache, so you can just stop. I think it'll be fun to case a fan. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And it's a good teaching experience, not only for you guys, but for me too. Like, how can I interpret something when there's a good chance I don't have a lot of what they're using? So I think that that'll be fun. So you guys have to make sure that you put your Sparkle Blends cards into the fan club, because I need to be able to see it. And it doesn't have to be a shaker per se. Like tonight I'm doing a shaker, but it doesn't need to be a shaker. It could be something else. If you guys saw my post today, I did not do a shaker. I used one of my new mono prints that I made with some sentiments from Sassy and Crafty and the Candy Corn Sparkle Blend, which is this guy. Ooh, Marie finished a Halloween advent calendar with Sparkle Blends. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be awesome. Ooh, look at that. Look at how nice that looks, guys. It's nice and creepy. If you can't see the shading too well, I promise when I take a picture, it'll look better. I'm just grabbing my gray paper so that I can back my window. So look at the difference. I think that this will really help you to see. This is the same cardstock, guys. But that pumice stone really added a lot of depth to it. Okay, so I'm going to just cut a piece of this off so that I can back my window, like so. Okay. And then we are going to, you know what I'll do first? I'm going to put my spiders over here. So Fawn tore her washi tape, so she has a nice ripped edge. So I will probably tear the spiders too. It doesn't go all the way to the top or the bottom. It just kind of hangs out there. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my paper cutter. Yes, if you haven't been to the Sparkle Blend fan club yet, I urge you to do that because we have a lot of fun over there. And there are a ton of lives that I've done in the past that you can find over there too. We don't get rid of any of the lives that I do, so you can go back and see older techniques. And, you know, if Halloween's not your thing, watch anyway, because it's less about the holiday or the event and which sparkle blend I use than the techniques. I like to do things that are very technique based. So I promise you'll learn something whenever you watch one of my lives. So I hope you go over there and take a look. Oh, Pammy, you have to use those blends. How do we like the spiders, kids? What do we think? Ooh, they are fun. I wish that they were a wee bit smaller, but you know what we could do? We could just push this over a little bit. It does not have to be centered. We can push it over like that so that they show better. What do you guys think? I like it. I think that that's fun. Okay, so now, yep, it does look like a headstone now. It's true. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my Pear Blossom Press foam tape. Guys, seriously, this foam tape is my new favorite one ever. Like, I'm telling you, it's super thick. Look at how thick it is. And watch this. Look at how easy the release paper comes off. I mean, seriously. And it cuts like a dream. So if you need foam tape, please go to Pear Blossom Press because she's got the best one. And I've tried many, many kinds. Watch how easy it cuts. I mean, seriously. It's the best. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here. Remember that when you are making a shaker card, you need to seal the area really well. You do not want your shaker bits to be flying out all over the place, okay? So make sure that you have it nice and tight to where your window is, okay? You don't want to see the foam tape if you can help it, but you want to make sure that you don't have any areas that the shaker bits can slide out of, because you will be very disappointed. So now what I like to do is I sometimes add a corner in here just because it keeps the sequins in the area more. Does that make sense? I don't want to lose my bits down here. So if I put, you don't really need it at the top, truthfully, because you're not really going to be holding your card upside down. But I will put 2 right there because I don't want to lose my stuff. I want to be able to see it. So I'm just cutting this in half at an angle. Okay? You see how nicely that cuts, guys? So good. Thank you for putting that link up, Amber. I appreciate it. Okay. There we go. Whoops. Bring it down a little bit. See? So it will prevent them from falling into these corners. Okay? And then we're going to just fill up the rest of it. Foam tape here. So who is super excited about Halloween? I know that COVID is putting a damper on things for people, but that is not going to stop me from decorating and dressing up and all of that other fun stuff. Does anybody know what they're going to be for Halloween? I should be prepared, especially because it's on a Saturday, and I hate to admit that I am not. We really would like to do a family costume. There's 4 of us, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I've been kind of overwhelmed with the world and life and all of that. But we'll see. What if we want to add some glitter and want to shake it out a bit? Does that mean that you've put too much glitter? Or you want to kind of tease someone and have it fall everywhere? Oh, Marie, you got the Create and Inspire kit? That's going to be cool. Very cool. I can't wait to see what you do with that. The easy lights are so much fun. Annie's excited for Halloween. That's good. Where did I put my... Oh, here it is. I almost lost my sparkle blend, guys. Okay, so we're going to fill this well up. Who's dressing up? Oh, a Mario theme. That's fun. Marianne hopes to be alive. Yep, okay. I can understand that. Same. I'm going to just get some paper out so I can dump this out. So that I can see it a little bit. So I can see what I'm putting in. Alright, we're going to just fill up this well. Look at this. Oh, guys, I am so crazy about this sparkle blend. I love it so much. It's so pretty. We want to make sure that we get some of these, like clay tubes, like cylinders in here. How's that looking? Look how cute. Ghost face. I don't know who that is. Yeah, Pam, you definitely need to make sure your house gets decorated. Oh, well, I can use the boo, but it needs to be on the outside. If I use it on the inside, I don't know if it's going to show as well. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm flipping over my rest in pieces on my tombstones so that they show properly. Although they might wind up flipping because they're kind of thin, but that's okay. All right, a couple more maybe. A little more white. I don't want to use quite so much green. Take out some green. Oh, ghost faces from Scream. Amanda, there you are. We were just chatting about Pear Blossom Press and easy lights and foam tape, and you got here just in time. Just in time. We're going to put one of these beautiful moons in, too. Look at this moon. Oh, Tara's back. Good. Don't leave again. I know, it's out of your control. Orange and purples. Okay. Getting them. Alright, I think that we're good. I think we have enough. So now, guys, seriously, watch how easy it is to take off this foam tape. Berta, did I say hi to you? How are you doing today? Alright. Taking off the release paper. Did I say foam tape before? I did. I meant the release paper. The foam tape is going to stick just fine. It's the release paper. Look at that. So simple. And then I'm going to put my backer on and seal it up. And then we will adhere it down to the card. Here we go. Like this. Press, press, press. Okay. And then, ta-da! Oh my gosh. Seriously, I'm obsessed with this blend. I love it so much. It's so good. Okay. Take off the rest of the release paper. I always like to back it, my shakers. Even if I use the same paper that's below. Oh, I need to attach this still. It just, because it makes me feel better that it's sealed. So, like, if all of a sudden one of my kids need me, or my husband needs me, or something, I don't know. At least I know that if the cat jumps on my desk, or I hit my desk, because I can be clumsy, it's sealed, and I don't have to worry about losing all of my bits all over the place. So, I definitely recommend using a backer. Even if it matches your base layer, it's just good to do. Okay. Any other costumes? Do you guys know what you're dressing up as? What I might actually do is set up a table outside of my house in front and decorate the hell out of the front, which is not something I normally do. I usually go more crazy with the inside. Sorry, I'm off screen. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. This is your first time? Welcome. Thanks for hanging out. So I might set up a table out front so that we can socially distance and I don't have to worry about my dogs like freaking out, which, you know, is always a problem. I'm going to move this over a little bit. Fawn's is a little bit more where I have it here, but I am shifting it so that I can have my spiders showing more. Okay. here we go. We're going to move this over. So guys, if you're just tuning in, I am casing my friend Fawn, who is here under the Doodles Paper Playground page right now. She made a kick butt card using Spectral, which is this sparkle blend here, and some ghosts. And I loved it so much that I needed to recreate it for you guys tonight. And I'm showing you guys that even if you don't have the same materials that Fawn or one of your other favorite designers is using, you can still look through your stash and see how you can make it work for yourself. So that's the point of tonight. Don't be sad if you don't have the same thing. Figure out how to make it work for you. Okay, so we've got our ghosties. Seriously, guys, I can't. Like I said, I prefer like creepy Halloween when I'm making my cards, but this is just too much. I love this so much. And of course we're going to add some sequence from the Spectral Sparkle Blend to this too. But now I'm going to take my X and I'm going to stick my little ghosties in here and I'm going to pull them through. I'm hoping that Xyron still makes this because this thing is great. Okay, I'm going to pull this through, and this is going to apply adhesive to the entire back of the ghosts so that this way it doesn't show because it's across the entire back. Let me see if my sentiment will fit in here too, and it does, which is fab. Okay, I'm getting that in. Can you guys see that? So that goes in here, and then they come out from here. It's purple now. Mine is like seriously the original, the OG. That's such a funny term to me. Okay, so then you just tear this off, and then you rub to make sure that the adhesive is on the entire back. Oh, Tara, I can't wait to see what you do. Tara does amazing effects makeup. Amazing. And I know that you're going to come out with something killer. Okay, so now the excess adhesive is on here. So you throw this away. Try not to touch it. And this is clean. But the ghosties and the sentiment, which I embossed with white on vellum, now have adhesive on it. But you can't see the adhesive because it goes across the whole thing. See how it's shiny? That's the adhesive. Isn't that neat? I love that. I know, Pam. I'm not that old. I know it stands for Original Gangsta. There we go. Okay, let me get my sentiment on. Just going to peel this up like so. What do you think so far, Fawn? Are we close to your card? I think it's close. So what we're going to do, we are going to case a fan of sparkle blends. And that means that I'm going to pick somebody's card and I'm going to replicate it in a future live. So you guys out there that have your sparkle blends, you guys need to start making some stuff and posting them into the fan club so that I can see who I'm going to case. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about that. We're going to have this guy hanging over a little bit. Look how cute he is. Now, do we want him here or do we want to put him down here a little bit? What do you guys think? Oh, wow. Teresa, that's a really good tip for Xyron. Just use the refill. So without using the X. Yeah, that's one of the things that makes me a little crazy is that I hate wasting so much of the adhesive. That's a really smart idea. I love that. So where is this guy going to go? Fawn says up. So up here, up by the window. All right, up by the window it is. Look at how cute. And now you can't see the adhesive because it's across the entire thing. And this stuff holds really well, whereas I find that vellum adhesive is not the best. At least I haven't found one that I really liked. So you can't see it at all, which is great. Okay, so now we're going to add some sparkle blends to the top of the card. So on Fawn's card, she has one of the tombstones, and she has a ghost and a star. Actually, she has a couple of ghosts. So we are going to do something like that. So here's a star. I need to get my little tool here. I'm going to zoom in again a little bit. How's that? Better? Yeah, I think that's cute so far. Okay, let's put this on here so that we're more in screen. I think we're good. All right, I got a star. Fawn did hers in threes. I might do the same thing. We'll see what happens. We got a ghosty. Fawn has a ghosty up high, but she only has one ghost down here. Her ghost that she used is big. Fawn, where is that stamp set from? Oh my gosh, George, you want the boo on there. I don't even know what I did with the boo now. Oh, here it is. I don't know if I want to use the boo. It's on there for now, George. I hope you're happy. This looks like a stamp set from Ink Road, but I could be wrong. So maybe you can clarify for me, Fawn. I've got my little tombstone. Yeah, I have a hard time with the vellum because of the, you know, the translucency of it. But doing it with the X makes it so much better. Put the boo on the inside. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Putting the boo on the inside. I like that. I like that. Okay. I want to use this one. Fawn used this one on hers too. I think that we need to go in the corner though. What do you guys think? Look how cute it is. Oh my goodness. Can you guys see that? Hold on, hold on. Virginia Turtle. Oh, okay. I don't even know who that is. All right. That's too bad. It's a super cute set. It's so fun. Did you use green? Fawn, you didn't use green on the top of yours, which is surprising because you're like the green queen. I'm pulling out some more because I need one of the starry ones. Here we go. How's this? That is doubled. Okay. I think that looks good. This is, I know that Fawn feels this way too. This is sometimes the hardest part, is placing the ones on top. Am I right? It takes forever. And I'm always moving them back and forth, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to just decide where I'm putting these things. Maybe over here. What do you guys think? Purple and orange for this one. Oh, okay, so you did purple and orange. Okay. Yep, I see that. So you did orange here and purple here. Let's do the orange then. Fawn is the queen of green, like my sister Pam. Pammy's favorite color is green. I think that that's cute. I'm going to change this one. I'm not feeling that one there. Maybe we will stick the purple here then. Nope. Right? Is this the hardest part for you guys? I think that we're good. Boo across the window. That could be fun. I think it's too much. Like I really, you know, one of the things that drew me to Fawns is that there's so much white and gray, and I kind of don't want to take away from that. I think that this is good. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to move this off to the side and put it into my little container. And then I'm going to start adhering these sequins down. So while you guys are hanging out, waiting for me to start adhering them, I want you to think about which sparkle blends you need me to show you. And then I can show them to you after we're done. Okay. So I've got my pokey tool. I've got my on point glue. This is my favorite glue for adhering sequins to the front of cards. Roberta asked me a question. Have I seen the card that has hello that glows in the dark? Nope, I don't think I did. I'll have to... Who made that? Make it the sentiment on the inside of the card. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, so now is the time that I'm actually going to sit because it's too hard for me to do this from up above. So I'm going to try to watch you guys from my computer screen. Let me zoom out a little bit so that you don't just see the top of my head. Hopefully I can avoid the top of my head being in the screen altogether. So the thing I like about this before I start is look at how tiny that point is. See that? And that's why, one of the reasons I really like using it, because it's so fine. And then I have my jewel picker here that I'm using to pick up all the pieces. You do want to be careful when you're using the on point because it is super liquidy and it can just start pouring out, so you have to be careful. And you don't want to have excess air. So when I'm done with it, I like to tap it like this so that the air goes back down and the glue goes back down, I should say, because otherwise when I open it the next time, it could just start overflowing and then you have a hot mess. And that's never good. So this one is being difficult. There we go. I have cat fuzz from my black cat. Okay. And then you have to just stick this guy. See that little needle there? You're just going to put that on the inside. And that helps keep it from clogging. How's that? Guys, this is so cute. I feel like there's a bit too much white space here. So what I might do, let me pull my ghost back out. I'm not going to do it on camera because my heat gun is unplugged because I've got my computer plugged in. What I might do is add one of these guys that are facing to the right over here. We'll see. Maybe two. I don't know. But I feel like there's a little bit of white space. It didn't happen on Fawn's because her ghost was bigger and here, plus her sentiment was horizontal, whereas mine is vertical. So it was just a little bit different. Hi, Jewel. It's your first time here. Welcome. Thank you so much. This is the Jewel Picker. It's from Marvy. It's double-sided. So this is the side that I usually use. This is the bigger one. And then there's a little finer one on this side. And it's just sticky. There's no actual adhesive on it. It just picks everything up nicely. Uh-oh. George is watching. George is watching on his own phone. George is Monstro. That's Pam's boyfriend. Okay. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. So I think that what I'm going to wind up doing after this is all over is adding another ghost or two over here just to fill in this space. If I would have had a horizontal sentiment the way Fawn did, I wouldn't have needed that. But I think that this space is a little bit too empty right now and it needs something. So I'll pick out one of these guys here and use them later. And then I'll be sure to take a picture of the finished card and post it in the group. And I'll try to do a side-by-side with Fawn so you guys can see, you know, one next to the other, which I think will be fun. Isn't this adorable, guys? I love this. Thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. So, does anybody have any sparkle blends that they want to see tonight? I'm going to grab a sip of water and let you guys comment a little bit. Let me know which sparkle blends you'd like to see. Hi, Marianne's dad. How are you? Okay. Got my water, and these jewel pickers are really inexpensive. They're under 10 bucks, and it's great to have. The other thing that I like to use is this little pokey tool. You use this for like die cuts, but if I need to push things around, like if a sequins gets stuck on the end of this, I'll use this to poke it off, and it works really well. Tara, which set do you need? This? Oh my gosh, I love this set so much. And I don't do like planners and agendas. That's just not something that I do. But these little critters, like I have the bunnies and I think the penguins, and they're fantastic. Fantastic. I love them. I use them a lot. George needs me to make something with the boo. I promise, George, I will make something with the boo. That's going to wrap it up for tonight. I hope that you've had fun. I need to remind you that I really, really want you to start sharing your creations in the Sparkle Blends fan club so that this way I can perhaps case you, which is what I did with Fawn's card here. I'm excited to put my last ghost or two on this and take pictures of it tomorrow. But I'd love to case one of you, maybe more of you. So make sure that you share your projects in the Sparkle Blends fan club. Thank you so, so much for hanging out tonight. It was so great to see so many of you here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a few things. And I really look forward to seeing you guys next Thursday. So I will see you guys very, very soon. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask either in the group or you can message me directly. And I guess that's about it. Guys, have a fabulous evening. Stay safe. Be well. I will see you guys soon. Bye.